Hi, in this video we're going to explain you the difference between our standard series and our silver series. On your left side you will see a section of standard series, and on your right side you will see a section of a silver series. Starting from the standard series on your left side, the panel in the standard series is 28 millimeters, which you could see in the drawing there in front of you in yellowish greenish color. That's 28 millimeter panel. And on the right side on a silver series, in the white color section, you will see that the panel is 55 millimeter there. So because the panel in the silver series is much more thicker as compared to the standard series, which is 28, so silver series almost double the thickness of the panel as compared to a standard series. Hence, the thermal value and the acoustic performance is much better in a silver series as compared to the standard series. Another important point is when you look at the standard series, the framework of the standard series and the silver series is almost similar. Because the panel thickness is different, hence 28 millimeter panel in the standard series, you will see inside where the arrows are pointing in the standard series section, there is a bigger rebate inside because the framework, for example, is around 60 millimeters approximately, whereas the panel is only 28 millimeters. However, when you see from outside, there's a less rebate, but inside is quite a big rebate. Whereas when you see the same thing in a silver series on the right side, because the framework and the panel is quite similar thickness, hence the rebated look is very less, and you see more of a flush look from the front side. And another important point is that the standard series is like a window with a fixed frame and a moving frame, so you could see inside as a glazing bead, whereas in the silver series there is no glazing bead inside because it's a bonded door. That will be more clear in our next slide. So in this slide you will see a proper drawing of a standard series versus silver series, standard on the left and silver on the right side. So if you choose a standard series and it has a glass in the design, so that shows that the glazing in there will be double glazed in standard. Whereas on the right side, when you see if you choose a silver series and there's a glass in the design of the panel, it will be triple glazed. Obvious reason for that is because the panel is more thicker in a silver series, hence triple glazed, and the panel is thinner in a standard series, hence double glazed. It shows there the standard series has a 1.8 U value and a silver series is 1.3. The lower the U value, the better it is. Now, if you look at the framework, they're quite similar framework of standard or silver, but just because of the difference of the thickness of the panel, that's what makes the difference of the U value, or which is a thermal insulation, as well as acoustic performance. So in this slide, you'll see what we have explained is a standard series with some pictures. So on the left side, you see there's a full door. In between, there's a section of the door which is pointing 1 and 2. 1 means it's a frame, 2 means it's a sash. So standard series, which technically is called as a panel door in our industry, means it's like a window or a patio door, which has a fixed frame and another frame which is moving inwards or outwards depending on where your doors or windows are opening. Hence, you see a two-frame look in a standard series. And the panel inside is like a window. You replace a 28 millimeter glass, double glazed glass, with a 28 millimeter panel. Hence, you see a rebated look. So on your left side, it shows the door there has a two-frame look. Middle picture also shows 1 and 2 as a two-frame look. Now, the door which you are seeing on the left side has a bar handle on it. The bar handle is fixed on the sash, which is number 2 part, which is a moving frame of the door in the middle picture which you see. The reason why it is on a 45-degree angle, little bit on an angle, is because if you put that on the sash and you put it straight, you will not be able to access with the key a hole to open and close. Hence, it's put on a 45-degree angle. The reason why we're showing 45-degree angle is because mostly this is the way it is used in the industry. We can use a bar handle on the panel also, not on the sash, because we're using a stronger panel which can take a bar handle on there, but most of the people use that on the sash because their panel is not strong enough to take that bar handle. In this slide, you will see a Silver Series door in a more closer look here. So on the left side, we have a full door of a Silver Series. On the middle, we have a section of a Silver Series door. And on the right side, we're talking about some security features. So if you look at the middle picture, it says number 1, which shows there's only a frame which you look at from the front side, and there's no sash which you look at in the Silver Series because most of the sash is hidden inside the panel in the front side of Silver Series. Hence, you see a one frame look if you look at on the left picture where the arrow, where the finger is pointing, is a one frame look as compared to the Standard Series, which was a two frame look. Now on the right side picture is we're talking about some security feature here. Before we talk about some security feature here, we need to make you understand is that security feature is which we are talking about is towards the hinges side, not because we have a security pins on the hinges side when you choose an RC2 function. Now RC2 is optional in a door. You can choose in a Silver Series or any series above that. The security pins on the third picture, which is we are pointing with a finger, are the security pins. When the door is closed on the hinges side, these security pins also go and lock the door. This is a part of the locking system on the other side as well. So obviously there is a multi-point locking system on the locking side, but on the hinges side as well, there is a security pins which is going on the left side, locking the hinges side as well. So this is an optional feature which is provided in a Silver Series and a series above Silver Series as well. We have different options for the handles. So the first picture with a white color door shows a bar handle, which is a 45-degree handle, which we explained on our panel doors. The middle picture is a 90-degree handle, which is fitted on the panel and not on the sash. Now these two bar handles shown in the picture are 800 millimeter height, but we can make this in 1200 as well as 1600. So 800 and 1200 are a part of the price, and 1600 is optional if you want a bigger handle than 1200 as well. The third picture shows a curve handle which goes with some curved glass designs as an option to choose from, and a conceal handle which is on the right side, which is a handle with a part of the door, which you can see more clearly in some of the videos on our website, which shows the conceal handle is also available in mill finish as well as the same color of the door as well. So for example, black with black or gray with gray handle is also optional available. We also have some horizontal handles as well, which you can see on our website or on our brochure. So now let's summarize a Standard Series. And now this particular door which we are showing here is a Standard Series door with two side lights. Now when you look at the picture where the finger is pointing, it is showing a three frame look, two frame for the door and one separate frame for the side light. That's where we're showing three frame look here. Now obviously there is a rebated look which is less from outside and more from inside, as we explained you in the slides before. This door is using as a panel door 28 millimeter panel in there, and the door and the two side lights are made in three separate pieces. So separate piece for a side light, separate for a door, and a separate for the second side light. So now summarizing the Silver Series, If you look at the picture on the left side where the finger is showing, it's a one frame look. This particular door which we're showing there is with one side light. If you notice it carefully, side light and the door is made in one piece, hence overall it's a one frame look. So the frame which is used for a side light and the door frame is a common frame. Because it's a common frame, aesthetically it looks much better as compared to when you're using three different pieces for when it's a two side lights, one on the left or one on the right side, when you saw a standard series picture one slide before that. A part of aesthetic look, structurally, when you do a one frame look, it's more stronger framework because there's no alignment required of the three separate pieces. Hence, in the future, there is less chance of alignment going wrong as well. Now, when you look at the Silver series, you also see it's like more flush look as compared to a standard series as well. So that's the difference between Silver versus standard. When you are making a door in a Silver series, which is optional, which we can make as a single frame look like we're showing in the picture, another advantage which happens with that is when we're making a single frame and not using a separate frame for a side light and a separate for the door, this means we're saving that one extra framework on one side light, let's say on the left side, and maybe if there's a two side lights and one on the right side. That extra framework which is saved is actually used in a bigger glass on a side light or a bigger door leaf in the same opening. Whereas when you do three separate pieces, there's extra frameworks which are used in there. Hence, the glass in the side light becomes smaller and the door leaf also becomes smaller. So doing the whole thing in a one frame saves a lot of space, and it is good and an efficient way of doing it.